Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, and the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. This is the New World Podcast, brother. It's July 24th, 2023. We're talking about Monday Night Raw. Corey Graves, Kevin Patrick on commentary. We're in Tampa, ladies and gentlemen, and we started off strong. The Judgment Day are in the ring. A little bit of a celebration, if you will, for Dom Dom, because he is our new North American champion. But, you know, these celebrations don't last long. Why? Because KO and Sammy come out, and KO goes, this seems familiar. Didn't they speak in the ring earlier, and then we came out? Exactly what happened last week. But this sets up Sammy versus Dominic for the North American Championship. And I remember stating last week, I was like, does that title going to come back to NXT like it did when Solo won it and he took off and he came back with it on SmackDown? And they're like, no. But Dirty Dom has it. No one's taking it from him. It's still clearly called the NXT North American Championship, so will Wesley win it back? Is there a rematch at the Great American Bash for that championship? We don't know. We'll find out tomorrow, though. First match of the night, Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark, and if she wins, she will have a rematch with Trish Stratus at SummerSlam. This match was fun, but I already knew the outcome. Becky's not going to get a tattoo that says thank you, Trish, on it, because that was a stipulation, and getting on her knees and saying thank you, whatever. No, this was the payoff to get her to face Trish once more to end this feud at SummerSlam. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see Becky Lynch, because she was very excited later on in the night. She's going to get her hands on Trish Stratus, and she's going to whoop that ass. That's all I'm going to say. Speaking of whooping asses, Cody Rhodes comes out, cuts an amazing promo. Oh my gosh, it gave me goosebumps, especially towards the end when he's like, even when I'm an old man and I'm smoking, I know he likes his stogies, and he's just like, and I'm going to look at the chapter that says Brock Lesnar, and at the end of that paragraph, it's me finishing it, me defeating you, embarrassing you, all the stuff. And I was like, oh my God, Cody at his finest, as always, with these promos, and he's going to finish it at SummerSlam. The final chapter between Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. But what does Brock have to say next week? He shall return. Ricochet's backstage. They ask him about Logan Paul, and he says, hey, you know, I'm going to keep doing me, but I'm going to face Logan Paul tonight, and he's going to know my wrath, you know, because Ricochet ain't playing no more. Ricochet is not playing no more. Next up, we had the North American Championship, Dominic versus Sami Zayn. Of course, Judgment Day's out there, KO's out there. They get kicked out, and this match was banging. I mean, a banger. But, of course, Dominic gets the win. Dirty Dom over Sami Zayn. I don't think this is over, because I was also reading a report that Kevin Owens is actually hurt because they got kicked out, and then Rhea and Damian came and they're beating up Kevin, which causes a distraction for Sami to lose to Dominic. And, you know, but I was reading that they don't know how long this actual injury is for Kevin Owens, but he's going to be out for a little bit, so he'll probably still play a role on TV, but not wrestle in the ring. But what does that mean for their championships? I don't know. But we did have Kevin Owens and Sammy backstage with Adam. They're with the medics, and he's like, no, get away from me, selling his injuries, but also too, now that I know that he's actually hurt, I'm hoping he has a quick recovery. We had Shinsuke and Ricochet backstage, and then Ciampa comes in afterwards, face-to-face with Shinsuke, and he's like, hey, man, I get it. I got in your business, and you kicked me in the face. You get one. No, you don't get anything else from me. And Shinsuke's just like, sure, because Ciampa's going to take on Bronson Reed. Then we had Apollo and Tozawa and Apollo backstage, interrupted by Judgment Day. Damian gets in, Apollo gets in Damian's face, and he's like, hey, me and you tonight. So that sets up a match for these two. And now we get to a banger of a match. Bronson Reed versus Tommaso Ciampa. But not only is he Bronson Reed, he's in quotations, big Bronson Reed. I don't know how I feel about that, man. They couldn't come up with anything cooler. It seems like a Vince McMahon thing. It's like, he's big. Yes, Vince, he's a very big man. No. Put big in front of his name. So you want to be called Big Bronson Reed? Yes. Or you're fired. All right, Vince. They really emphasized big, and I was like, we couldn't call him Bronson the Tsunami Reed or the Tsunami Bronson Reed. We had to call him Big Bronson Reed. I'm going to put that in front of my name. Big KMB the Sexy Ninja. You want to know how that makes me feel? Fat. I'm sorry. I just don't like it. I'm like, Big Bronson Reed. I think calling him the Tsunami or something. You guys had a terrible time trying to figure out what Mia Yim and Michin was all about. And this time around, you're like, we'll fix it. He's Big Bronson Reed. I don't know. But this match was a banger. It was a lot of fun. It definitely, Shinsuke came out causing a distraction, and this story isn't over between these three, not by a long shot, but Ciampa got the Tsunami, and it was 1, 2, 3 out. 1, 2, 3 out. That was it. That's all. But I think we're building towards either a triple threat between these three or something. Something's here. And I think The Miz is going to get involved some way, somehow, because we have all these factors and all connects to The Miz. Byron's backstage with Liv Morgan, asking her about Raquel. And he's like, it's okay. Raquel's going to be all right, but I'm going to go out there and show Rhea I'm not afraid of her, blah, blah, blah. Goes off. And then we get the champs, our new women tag team champions, Chelsea Green, Sonya Deville. They interrupt and tell Byron, like, yo, why aren't you interviewing us? We won the champions. You're interviewing her? And a really fun, Matt Cardona, he is dating Chelsea, and he wore her championship at a show, an indie show, which was pretty awesome, but, the love with Matt and then I thought that was pretty cool. But these two deserve it, and I love their interaction. Like, everyone's talking about Rhea. Rhea's world. Rhea Red Blood. Then Rhea's, like, right there. And they're like, Rhea, yeah. She just randomly comes in. She's like, yeah. You're like, no, it should be your world. The world should revolve around you, But Rhea goes out. It's Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. You think so? I tell you no. Rhea whoops that ass. Rhea gets that ass. She stomps the chair on Liv's arm, and Liv's selling it like no other. I'm telling you right here, right now, this was a mugging. This was a beatdown. This was like brutality. Welcome to her brutality, because she whooped that ass, Liv. Whooped it. I don't see you coming back. And she had the best trash talking right then and there. And Rhea, mommy handled business. Then we hit backstage with Liv Morgan. She's with Medics. Adams. She's like, and after that, we got Alpha Academy backstage promo talking about the Viking Raiders and saying like, hey, we don't even know what Viking Raiders rules are, but we should do like an Alpha Academy rules match, But Maxine's like, yo, my singles debut against Valhalla for next week. The challenge is out there. Do they accept? Does Valhalla accept this challenge? We shall see. Ricochet comes out. He's killing all his promos saying Logan doesn't deserve to be here, blah, blah. He didn't put in his due like all these guys have. And Logan attacks. And, this is such a great promo. Such a good feud between these two. Ricochet's like, hey, I want to face you at SummerSlam. The challenge is out there. Logan comes out, gets his phone, has a challenge accepted. But Ricochet got the last laugh, and Logan says he'll be back next week. He will be back next week to one-punch Ricochet. So I was just like, oh, okay. All right. Shayna Baszler backstage interview. She says, yeah, I want to fight. Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam. And speculation in my mind, I was trying to think like, okay, well, are we going to do like a UFC type style fight? And then I thought of that match with Matt Riddle? Like they had that like cage match, where like, I forgot who he faced. Drop those comments below. I'm trying to remember who he faced in that cage. Like it was supposed to be like a hardcore combat style type of match, because that was his background in MMA and all that. But I can't remember. I know Matt Riddle was in the match. I'm trying to figure out who else was in the match. I'll probably go look up that match and come back and be like, oh, yeah. But I'm guessing that's what we're building towards. Damian Priest versus Apollo Crews. Fun match. Quick. Damian Priest for the win. Becky Lynch backstage. She's happy. She's got a grin on her face. Let's see. What else we got here, huh? What else do we got here? We got Gunther. He goes face-to-face with Drew McIntyre. And... oh, yeah, the Raiders right here. The Raiders go out and they say, hey, Valhalla's like, you better pray to your gods because you're going to go one-on-one with me and you're not going to like it. Yes. Oh, that's what this was. This thing was thrown. I was like, Cody's what? Cody's new documentary's coming out next week. Very excited. Very, very excited for this. And hopefully it's a no-holds-barred truth-all and everything like why he came back to the WWE. But now we have Gunther with Imperium. Drew McIntyre comes out. Then it ends up being Drew versus Ludwig Kaiser. Corey Graves doing the best impression of Ludwig. My General Imperium. That is Drew McIntyre. I was loving what Corey was doing. He's making me laugh. Corey was on point tonight. That's all I'm gonna say. But afterwards, Drew wins, then they attack, then Matt Riddle comes out, and Drew gets the last laugh because he puts Gunther's ass, the ring general, through a table, and it was a devastating table spot. I'm not going to lie. It was just like, bam, and I was like, oh, shit, you got knocked the fuck out. That's what happened to you, Gunther. But they will face each other at SummerSlam for the Intercontinental Championship. I cannot wait. That's going to be a banger of a match, man. Ronda Rousey's backstage, and she says she accepts whatever Shayna threw out there, and she says, I don't want a fight. I am the fight. I was like, ooh, feisty, Ronda, feisty. Now, Finn Balor, Seth freaking Rollins, contract signing. This was big because I feel Finn on top it looks really great, because Seth, you got everyone singing his song. We know he's over. We know this. We know that. But it definitely was really cool to see this happen. We all know contract signings end up in mayhem. We all know that. It all ends in mayhem, fights and whatnot. But I like the Judgment Day come out. And Finn's like, yo, I'm going to, this 7-day itch, I'm going to make you it's not 7 day, it's 7-year itch. I'm going to make you my 7-year bitch. I was like, whoa, 7 years of being a bitch. Damn, Seth, you better answer back. But nope, JD attacks. And then Sammy tries to come out. Nope, guess who's standing tall once again? It's the Judgment Day. And we have NXT tomorrow. We got the Great American Bash coming up. Whew, it's a good week. And then the next week, SummerSlam. Fantastic. But I give this show a solid 4.5 out of 5. I really did enjoy the show. I will say my match of the night was Dominic Mysterio versus Sami Zayn. I would say second to that is Bronson Reed versus Ciampa. Like, that was a damn match. There was no backing down on either side. And I gotta say, next to that, I really like what they did with the main event. I really did. I really like the fact that Judgment Day standing tall, and they all, if Finn beats Seth, and there's the tease of Damian like trying to cash in that Money in the Bank, And I was like, okay, well, what if he cashes it in on Roman or cashes it in on Jay? What if Jay beats Roman? You know, and we still got that going on, and, you know, we're going to see what happens here this upcoming week with that, because I think main event Jey Uso may get that ass. They may not, you know, so, but how cool would it be if the Judgment Day had all the gold? Ooh. Oh. All right, y'all, drop those comments below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you dislike. What was your favorite part of the show? We're building towards SummerSlam, and it's looking solid. I mean, solid, like a salad. You know, solid. I don't know what that means, but solid. You know, it looks solid. So, all right, y'all, drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it with your grandma, share with the bum down at Walmart. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get that sweet nWp logo created by Penta X. Show him some love. He's got a new album coming out here soon. I've heard some of it, and it's delightful on the ear hole. It's a gangbanger of the ear holes. Trust me. Trust me. All right? That's it. That's all. And remember, the New World Podcast is for life.
It wasn't pretty, but I pinned the final paragraph to that chapter at SummerSlam, Brock. I end this.